Welcome to the Freedom Chronicles.
Definitely an antisocial type.
Only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger.
Hi, perhaps you recognize me. It's your favorite president.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
We got a loudspeaker here, and when we go into battle, we play music very loud.
With a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Freedom Chronicles. I'm your host, Mike Imbasciani. Thank you for joining us. And we are, of course, broadcasting from the Brian Chapman State Farm bunker right here in Southwest Florida. And like a good neighbor, Brian Chapman, State Farm is there for all of the insurance needs that you have for your very own bunker. Give us office a call at 941-625-9998 or visit the office at 2040 Tamiami Trail in Port Charlotte. So it's a little bit of a different episode today. We have a lot of breaking news, and sitting in Lovejoy's chair is Mr. Mason Weaver. But we have live from Spokane, Washington State. Ben, let's play the stinger. Check this out. We have Ken Lovejoy way out there, way out west. We have our stinger. Look at that, live, Lovejoy live in Spokane, Washington, ladies and gentlemen.
That was great. I like that.
Thank
folks.
you.
That was Mount St. Helens, which is
Yes.
that's way east, way west of here. So I'm right on the Idaho. Right now, I'm broadcasting live from Liberty Lake, Washington, which is right near the Idaho border, just not too far from Coeur d'Alene Lake. As you can see, look at how beautiful. Nice. Get a single shot, Ben, of this. Look at this beautiful background. Look at that. Look at this. Huh? Any better than this? I don't think so. This is wonderful. Well, beautiful weather. 70. Hey, love you, Mason. 72 degrees here. 72 degrees right now.
Just
beautiful.
Rub it in. I see
56% humidity. It's lovely. I slept with the windows open. It got down to 53 last night. It was beautiful.
Very nice. Yes, no green screen.
Well, you know. Yeah, no green screen. That's awesome. Yep, so how you guys doing? What's going on?
We're good. Mason, how are you? You're in the hot seat. You're back in the ghetto here.
Yes, in the hood.
in the bunker.
I have to come by occasionally to make sure you guys are well stocked for the upcoming riots and fruit and of course the rebellion from the American people. I'm doing great. I'm very busy.
Very
a lot
good.
of things are coming my way. I'm shocked at a number of things that are popping up that are coming to me. I'm trying to sit down and do nothing, and the more I sit down, the more things come to me.
Yes, and classified information that you cannot yet share.
Cannot share it. Really. Yeah. Cannot state it, but it's exciting to me.
Good. Well, folks, don't forget you can support the show by picking up a Freedom Chronicles t-shirt. You can't get this one. This one was banned. But if you send me a message, send me an email, mikeimbasciani1@gmail.com. We'll print one for you, and we'll get you one. It's banned. It was banned.
It's called copyright infringement.
No, it's not. Anyway, but you can get a Freedom Cow shirt. Get loud locally. Look at that. The tie-dye version, the regular version, the V-neck. You can get an apron. We have some great JFK quotes. You know, if not us, who? If not now, when? You know, the CIA needs to splinter into 1,000 pieces and scatter to the wind. And, of course, the Ronald Reagan, evil is powerless if the good are unafraid. And you can pick all of those up in the Freedom Chronicles shop. Use the link down in the description or use that QR code. Go check out the shop. It's a lot of fun. And go be a conversation starter, just like with my I will not comply, rude Ted Nugent signed hat. Very nice. Anyway, Ken, you have some exciting things coming up. Tomorrow we have a picture of the bad boy that you get to shoot tomorrow. You excited? What are you doing out there?
Well, right now, doing this, but I just got in yesterday. It was a long flight. You know, I had a 4-hour flight from Tampa to Phoenix, had a 2.5-hour layover in Phoenix, and then another 3.5-hour flight up to Spokane. So I spent most of yesterday traveling. But one thing that was really cool about the Southwest flight that I was on, the only downside was that every seat was taken on both legs. Plane was packed. But you know what? Nobody jumped up on seats and started losing their crap. Nobody
Nobody said
decided to squat
that
and take a
mother
pee in the
effer
aisle.
ain't real.
Yeah,
Yeah, there it is. There's the bad boy. I
but
like
that's
that.
real. That's real right there, baby.
Yep. Oh
Gonna go
yeah.
pump some 308 out of that tomorrow.
I was gonna say 308 heavy duty. Nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Serious.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
we
Mason,
got to go to Idaho to do it because
Really?
the new gun laws here in Washington State. Inslee being the communist he is, you can't buy a gun here. And my dad, who he put together that weapon as well as AR that I've got that he's given to me, but you can't get parts sent, slide rails, bolts. You can't get them sent to Washington State anymore from manufacturers. So he's got to get them sent to.
Yeah.
He's got to get them sent to the gun shop in Idaho, and he just 20 minutes across the border, and they're doing a bang up business now. But again, the stifling of the Second Amendment here in Washington State by an effeminate douche, Inslee, the governor here, it's just sickening the level of Marxism here in this state.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like Mason just said, you just have to mark the box fentanyl, and then it'll get delivered just fine.
yes, or Hunter's blow up doll.
Yeah, hey, exactly. Speaking of which, we have some breaking news. Hunter Biden's plea deal falls apart after lawyers accused of lying to suppress the whistleblower info. Go ahead, Ken.
Well, and that's it. On top of that, you had what Hunter's lawyer did yesterday. Jason Smith, Congressman Smith from the House Oversight Committee, files an amicus brief with the judge asking her to take a look at this testimony here, before you decide to go along with this plea. And you had Hunter's lawyer call the clerk's office, pretending to be someone from Jason Smith's office, saying, "Oh, we decided we don't want that amicus brief in there anymore. Could you go ahead and take it out?" And they dutifully complied, and then it all came out yesterday. So Hunter's lawyer sounds like, if this is all true, she needs to be disbarred for this. But on top of that, I'm amazed that the judge is fine. Well, of course, the Bidens are coming out, and Jean-Pierre, and who is it, that other little twit, Kirby, that, this is a Trump-appointed judge. It's lawlessness.
Yeah, so U.S. District Court Judge Mary Ellen Noreika, who was appointed by Trump, said she was concerned about the language in the diversion agreement and suggested the lawyers get back together to discuss it. Quote, "I think having you guys talk more makes sense." So it's just, come on.
It seems like the Democratic movement is coming apart at the seams.
I know. Oh, and I have this. I want to read this tweet. Leave that up for a second, Ben, because I can't read it on the screen. This is from William Scharf here. "The Hunter Biden plea deal was apparently more outrageous and far-reaching than had previously been publicly known. In return for pleading to the 2 misdemeanor tax fraud charges with a joint recommendation of no prison time, Hunter was getting not just pretrial diversion on his felony gun charge that would leave his record clear if he completed probation, but also broad guarantees against further prosecution on a wide range of other charges that hadn't yet been publicly aired as of yet. Hunter refused to plead guilty without these guarantees, so the judge effectively blew up the plea." Next slide. We have Hunter wants to walk away from a decade of criminal activity, including potential FARA violations and other serious criminal charges, with a slap on the wrist. It's a scandal that Biden's DOJ was willing to agree to this kind of deal. Fortunately, Judge Noreika isn't playing ball, so we applaud her for that.
Yes.
What I don't understand, why not just plead guilty to all the charges and have the big guy just wipe it clean?
Yeah, just pardon him.
Just pardon him.
Why can't they just do
pardon
that?
him?
Yeah.
I mean, either way, with what's going on now, they either look like complete corrupt scumbags flouting the rule of law, no matter which way they go. If he pleads guilty and Daddy pardons him, everybody knows he's a slime ball.
Take care of his family and his 6 grandchildren. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I want to see it go to trial. I'd love to see it go to trial.
I do
You
too.
bet Nancy
Let it
Grace.
go to discovery.
Nancy Grace's aging breast just perked up with the thought of this going to trial and being televised.
That's a vision I will never get out of my head. What my weekend, buddy?
Ruined. Come on. Why would you say ruined? It's Nancy Grace. Anyway, oh my God. And
he just thought about it.
The young guy can't get it early. He had to think about it for a second.
No, I'm just still thinking about it. That's the problem. So then we have this.
That's my vacation visual.
That's Lovejoy's vacation visual. Again, let's throw that stinger up there. We have live from Spokane. It is Lovejoy live. I love him bouncing right off of Mount St. Helen there. And do you notice
like
the little
that.
Freedom Cow?
That is good.
You see little Freedom Cow down there? Isn't
there's Freedom Cow at the base. Yeah.
I love
that. That is good, guys. That was good, Ben. Thank you.
I put that together the other night. I'm very proud of it.
You put that together?
I did.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
Wow.
I know. I have skills. Anyway.
Hidden skills.
Hidden skills.
You're making fun of me.
Come on, guys. Anyway, it's going to get us kicked off of YouTube.
What's next?
I know. So do you notice what's happening today? They're having this huge whistleblower speak at Congress. They're all about UFOs and how they found non-human biological forms. Exactly. It's a huge distraction.
Not worth
to the Hunter Biden thing blowing up. And to this, folks, you want to jump down that conspiracy theory rabbit hole? Let's jump in head first. Deceased paddleboarder found in the pond behind Obama's Martha's Vineyard property was his personal chef. Now we have this one.
Where do I start?
Obama.
Where do I start?
Just so happened with the sickle.
Exactly.
Scroll through some of these. And we have some of the other ones as well. We got this one. Oh, nothing to see in the background there whatsoever. Of course, there was another guest that was seen paddleboarding.
Well, but that's just the thing.
It's just crazy.
They're now saying that there was there appears to have the initial rescuers, body recoverers, say that there was blunt force trauma. He was wearing socks and tennis shoes and shorts and a t-shirt, not a swimsuit. And
everyone knows that black people got shoes on Nikes, primarily.
Well, he learned how to swim.
How to wear the Yeezys,
he learned how to swim
last weekend.
He learned how to swim in 2018 or 19.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Well, it's that he was in pretty good shape as well. He's 45 years old.
And that we're talking about 8 feet of water. And that the eyewitness said they saw him go down, come back up, and then go down. But the eyewitness, who was also paddleboarding, didn't go over and, maybe try and lend a hand.
Yeah, the other person
whole
who was there decided to go inside to call 911 and not try to rescue him. Doesn't make any sense.
The whole thing stinks. He got Hillaried.
Well, we have the memes here. And
that's what it's
tweeted this out. It said Hunter Biden's chef right now. We have that one. We'll put up here if we can find it. Yes, that one right there. Hunter Biden chef right now. Oh, nothing to see here. And then
Hunter Biden has a chef.
Yeah, right. Yeah, cooking the meth for him.
Cooking, yeah, exactly. Who else?
And then you have, of course, speaking of Hillary Clinton, you have Saint Hillary, patron of body counts. I like that one. That was a good one. Because you have to realize that I love this one too. You've been blocked on Twitter. Hillary Clinton has killed you. You have committed suicide by Hillary Clinton and are now unable to testify against her.
Someone else lost their chef. Who was it?
It was the Clintons. The Clintons also had a chef that mysteriously drowned. And you mean to tell me they can't come up with any other good ways? Come on, you have to use the exact same way? Come on.
Well, it worked once.
Well, and I forget who said it.
I don't know if it's true. He was supposedly somebody said he was writing a book.
Was he?
If that's true,
Ooh.
Never write
I don't know, but I've
book
seen
it down now.
exactly, unless you're running for
Right.
president,
Yes.
and then you have to.
Yes.
You have to write a book.
I
I
just
don't know,
would not
but the
vote
whole
for
thing
any of them.
stinks, and it's not going
Yeah.
away.
No. The best quote that I heard, I forget who said it. They said, "Of course he drowned. Water went through the bullet hole and into his lungs." So of course he drowned. Come on.
And Obama was on the island, but not at the house.
Of course he was.
Absolutely. Nothing
And
changed.
so
We're going to be
speaking of Hillary
down
Clinton,
having a drink.
yeah. I'm sorry, folks. I've been having this cough. It's driving me crazy. Mason, tell us something. What else have you been up to?
I have noticed, folks, I mentioned before, I believe that the entire Democratic Party is falling apart. And this is why I think this is true. You know, I have a hobby, and I only make money from my hobbies. I don't do a hobby I can't make money at. I don't play golf. I'm not good enough. I don't play poker. I lose. But sometimes I model and act.
That's true.
I get paid for it.
You're wearing that very nice hat. You have that very fashionable shirt.
Yeah, it's a stylish hat.
But what I've noticed in that industry, in the Hollywood industry, that I have not met a liberal. The crew, the directors,
Really?
They see the problem. They're upset. They're telling me the problem. They don't know who I am.
Huh.
And I'm seeing it across the board, multiple locations, multiple shots, multiple theories. I think that the foundation is falling apart. I've seen it across the nation, talking to folks in L.A., and they see it. They see it. They're beginning to see it, folks. Our job now is to make sure we bring them in. It's okay to like a conservative. It's okay to talk to us now because they're falling apart. But what I don't understand, what I don't believe, the polls, they're saying that that Trump is leading Joe Biden by 7 points. Are you kidding me? I think it's more like 70 points. How can you
look at the sample size? Look at the metrics of most of these polls. I really don't believe a poll that's got less than 1,000 people in it, and you see a lot of 450, 500 voters. I'm not buying those stats, and you're seeing Twitter is throwing up a bunch of polls almost daily in
it's X now,
Arizona.
Man. It's no longer Twitter. It's now X.
I still got a bird. on my app on my phone.
I know, me too.
So
on the phone, it's a bird.
If
you go on the computer, it's an X.
The divorce is final. It's not an X until the divorce is final. We just gotta keep it going. Just gotta keep the bird.
Exactly.
But I'm just not. I'm with Mason. I've never been a big believer in polls that have small sample size. You get up over 1,000, 1,100. Yes, I'll start maybe giving a little more credence, and then again only slightly, because polls change on a daily basis because there's so many people out there now. So you're only encapsulating 1,100 or 500. I just don't. I don't trust them. But if you look at, take an aggregate of all of the national polls and put them together combined, and Trump's dominating. And that the anti-Trumpers are still trying to push Tiny D, particularly after what we're seeing with. The dude's bleeding money. He's got no base of voter support on donations. All his money's coming from multinational corporate fascists, who hate America first and want to end the America first agenda. They've explicitly said so, and then donations tell you that it's true. So I don't see a path forward for DeSantis in the primaries at all. And I think that what Mike and I have talked about for several weeks, several months, is who are they going to go to when they're sick of giving it to Tiny D? And it does look like it's probably going to be Glenn Youngkin. Tim Scott's not even making enough, so it ain't gonna. It's not going to be him. It's got to be somebody who's not in the race yet.
Right? Because everybody else has been just destroyed by Tucker or have destroyed themselves. And Laura Loomer even pointed out that DeSantis was firing all these people. A lot of them have just quietly moved over to the PAC, which is technically illegal. You have to wait 120 days.
Oh, the collusion between the PAC and the campaign is an FEC violation that really needs to be looked into.
Well, who's going to look into it? The Justice Department?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We have to get control first. They don't care. Yep. They have no fear until we get control.
Yep.
True.
So it used to be a time where you used to get rewarded for being a whistleblower.
Right.
I know.
Used to be able to actually make money. If you can tell
Hey,
somebody's
if you're
wasting
Now
talking
you wind
about
up dead.
UFOs, if you're talking about UFOs, you do get rewarded. You know, you get a fancy thing. Otherwise, if you don't, you end up swimming in a pond face down. So, speaking of Hillary Clinton, speaking of Hillary Clinton, former Secretary of State, have you heard what's causing global warming, folks? It is MAGA
Us.
Republicans.
Yes.
Have you heard? Yes. So we have this one. Hillary Clinton tweeted this out. Hot enough for you? Thank a MAGA Republican. The climate crisis is here. That's why President Biden passed historic clean energy investments
not.
that will grow the economy and help fight climate change.
Gee, it's hot in Arizona and Florida
There you
during
go.
the summer. Oh my God, a climate crisis.
Yeah, exactly. And it
And
is
look
a
at
cult.
this. I mean, you're telling you, am I sitting in a climate crisis right now?
Yeah.
I think not.
I love this one. Hey, y'all with the cult, we're not a cult. We're a social movement that believes we'll change the weather if you pay more taxes. Yeah, this is it. and Chad Prather tweeted this one out. Hey, at Hillary Clinton, this you? Getting on her private jet, coming out of her Suburban. So, sounds about right, doesn't it, folks?
Yeah, no. Just total blatant hypocrites who lie. Again, if this climate catastrophe was as bad as they say, we wouldn't have had the North wouldn't have had the winter that they had, that it took them a long time to climb out of. And Plymouth Rock would be several feet underwater right now. You can still go see Plymouth Rock. And when was that put up? 1620?
And you have Obama spending $15 million for a beachfront property.
Yes. Well, he may have to move now.
As soon as No.
But
put a bigger fence up.
I heard Epstein's Island's for sale. Hey.
Hey. It is.
Anyway, yeah, what's the temperature there in Washington right here? Currently, as we're recording this, it's 94 degrees with a feels like 101
I'm checking.
with 50% humidity.
73 here, feels like 71.
when
Ooh.
the program is over, you're still in Washington State.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're still in
Well, I'll tell you what. This little enclave right here is a conservative enclave. Well, except for Sharon next door, she's kind of a Democrat.
I never liked Sharon.
He's at the Papa Lovejoy bunker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's still a very good bunker to be in, especially if you've seen my dad's cache of weapons.
Yeah, we saw that.
I saw one. That's enough for me.
Saw one.
I announced loud and clear, coming down the road. Friend.
And that's it. This is kind of out here. We're out near. We're not right on the lake, but we're near a lake. And this community has been here for a while. It's a beautiful community. Again, the trees. When my dad and my stepmom first moved into this condo several years ago, the trees behind me were so much smaller. And that's the one thing I marvel at when I come here is just how beautiful they are and how big they keep getting. That's the one thing too. Oh yeah. Yeah, big time. But it's still fun. Still, there's a lot I hate about, the politics of Washington State, but I love my hometown.
Yeah, good.
Still do.
I'm going back home this weekend. Back to Missouri.
And I'm going out west. We have our going out west tour little stinger here. Let's throw that up. And I can announce for the first time on this show, I will be appearing on the Chad Prather Show on Tuesday, August 8th. So you don't want to miss that on Blaze TV and on YouTube. So we're going out to Texas, going to Arizona. No,
what's wrong with you?
Allergies. Allergies, man.
He's allergic to good news.
I'm allergic to good news, yes.
Making him feel. Yeah.
So it's going to be fun. Going to Arizona. Anyway, going to Las Vegas. We're going to be doing the show live from the Trump Hotel. Derek Richards will be joining us on that. We're going to see.
Oh, Derek's going to be there. Awesome.
What date is that?
Yeah.
What date is that?
That's August 15th, I believe we're recording that. So that'll be a lot of fun.
That's a nice place to be this time of year.
Yep. And then what is it? We'll be back in Arizona. We're going to try to get Cousin Alan on the podcast and try to get Chad on the podcast from there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Time for some music, folks. If you're enjoying this show, make sure you hit that subscribe button on Rumble. Hit that subscribe button. I see you all watching the show, but you got to hit that subscribe button. It's the easiest way to help us out, and get the show out to more people. And right next to the subscribe button is that nice little red button that says join. You hit that and you join the locals community, support the show, exclusive content. Ken, we need a Pacific West rant coming from you this weekend. So we need a.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have. Other good news. The rental car freaking killed me. It was almost twice what the flight cost me. But and I was just wanted, give me a spec, just something with 4 seats and an engine, But they didn't have any specs left, so I'm driving a brand new Jeep Gladiator, and that's kind of fun.
Oh, Gladiator!
So I'll have to do the rant. Yeah, I'll have to do the rant in the Gladiator. I don't want piss the neighbors off.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I know you can. You actually do.
Oh yeah. So, folks, you
I'm
can
thinking
also...
of my dad. He'll have to live with the ramifications of my actions.
So you left the first place, huh?
Yeah. Also, subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe to the Freedom Chronicles on YouTube. Share it with your friends. Really appreciate it. Join the locals community. And especially when we're going out west, follow the Freedom Chronicles on Twitter, now X, and Instagram. Get some pictures that you're not going to see anywhere else. So follow Freedom Chron Pod on Twitter and the Freedom Chronicles. Yeah, thank you. On X now. Follow our X. Our X marks the spot. Anyway, enjoy this. This is
if we all start coughing, he'll sound normal.
I know.
Yes. He will change to be different.
Enjoy this from the Boca Black Box, the Simply Clapton show. I got to tell you this. You'll see quite a beautiful female vocalist on stage with us there. She just showed up. She was actually neighbors with the owner of the place, and she sang in an Eric Clapton tribute show in New Jersey. And so she was down. She actually sang with us throughout the set. It was a lot of fun. So here we are doing Little Wing. Enjoy.
Well, I'm sad. She comes to me with 1,000 smiles. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. She's so take anything you want from me. Well, she's walking through the clouds with a sunny smile, running wild. Butterflies and zebras moving to fairy tales.
Little Wing there. Very nice. She has a very nice voice, right? Maria.
Yeah.
It's,
I like the background that they had for you there.
yeah, right. That's new. They got a whole bunch of new lights and they had that fancy background and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Very talented person. I'm talking about her, of course.
I know. Thank you. Hey, breaking news. I literally just saw this. Irish music legend Sinead O'Connor has died at the age of 56.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Has died at the age of 56. O'Connor, who hailed from Dublin, Ireland, and found worldwide fame in 1990 with her hit single "Nothing Compares to You," has died, according to a report by the Irish Times.
Hit single.
Yeah.
Prince's hit single.
Yes.
She was a very beautiful woman. Even after she shaved her head, I didn't think she was that bad looking. I liked her voice. I liked her songs.
Wasn't it? All I remember is the iconic SNL thing where she rips the picture of the Pope up on live TV.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she did another concert shortly after that where it was like a festival concert where she was getting booed off the stage. And Chris Christopherson goes up to bring her off stage, and you can hear over the microphone, "Don't let the effers get you down."
Oh,
but
that was nice of him.
But then later in life, she got weird. She had some definite emotional issues.
You don't think shaving your head and turning the picture of the Pope up is weird? She didn't get weird. She got weirder.
What is it? The FBI always
shaving the
says,
head. Yeah,
we're on our radar. We had some inklings that something wasn't right.
Yeah, shaving the head maybe, but she did that. She did that before. She did that because she didn't want people to. It had to do with what she perceived as people admiring her only for her beauty, as I recall.
God forbid.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Anyway, rest in peace. She was a little mixed up towards
sad.
the end.
56. Hopefully, it wasn't drug related. Very sad. They don't give a cause of death, so we'll see. There's some medical things we're going to talk about right after this segment. We have our Patriot and Traitor of the Week, Mason. Who is your Patriot of the Week?
The whistleblowers, every single one of them.
Yes, whistleblowers.
Bringing the darkness to light.
Indeed.
Not afraid.
Indeed.
Seen enough. They've had enough,
Yep.
and they're stopping the mess.
Very good.
And what was so awesome about that for me was you've got a gay married Democrat climbing up and saying, "Here you go, here you go."
Yep.
So
Exactly.
yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yep. Ken, who is your Patriot of the Week?
My dad.
Yeah. He's standing right there, isn't he?
Standing right there. He's got a 308 in his hand. So no.
It's like,
you're my favorite
No.
too, Dad. Don't
My
worry.
dad. I mean, he's always been my hero, my patriot. You know, he was a Marine. He was a cop for 35 years. He was the first SWAT team commander of the Spokane County Sheriff's Department. He's taught me a lot about guns and lives. He's not really into music at all. But
you got a
just,
job on the radio. That's nice.
And later in life, how he's handled life's misfortunes in recent years, and he's still putting one foot in front of the other. And I admire him. He's an inspiration to me, and he's my patriot.
Very good. Yes, Papa Lovejoy. We need some pictures from the range. We'll show them on the show next week.
Oh, sure, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, cool. My patriot goes out to Judge Mary Ellen Noreika. She's the one, it could have, the whole Hunter Biden thing could have just easily been swept under the rug. She could have just said, all right, get it out of my face. But instead she says, no, this isn't right. Send it back. And now it's unknown territory. Hopefully true justice comes out and we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mason, who is your traitor?
I mentioned earlier the line polls, posters that are, because people believe the polls, and they always are incorrect until the last day of the election. And they got people thinking, and people want to vote for everyone else, and they're lying to us about the polls. There is no way.
Oh, yeah.
This green earth.
You mean you don't trust Frank Luntz out there with his little
Absolutely.
whiteboard saying, "Tell us who did you
Absolutely.
vote for today? What do you think? What are you
Yep.
seeing around the polls?"
Because I've seen it. I've seen, everyone knows the statistics that 95% of black people vote Democrat. You know that because of the polls. But the polls are exit polls taken in the ghetto,
Yeah.
in the hoods. And
Mhm.
72% of black people are middle class. We're paying the same in taxes, the same for gas, same for food. We're not buying that Democrat crap anymore.
Yep. Good. So hopefully there'll be a big turnaround this year as well.
Gotta go get them.
Mhm.
Yep. Hey, Scott Pressler's doing the work, so we'll see. Ken, who is your traitor of the week?
The Republican Party.
Yes. Well deserved for being weak, spineless,
Look at
little cretins.
spineless. All they do is talkity, 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 talk, talkity, talk, talkity, impeachment, talkity, talk. No worky ever.
What is
They're
it? We're
spineless.
having a
Cowards.
discussion about the possibility of having the investigation into impeachment, right?
They got
Ready-
evidence
Is that where
for
we're at?
Get ready
days.
to get ready.
Yeah.
They have got evidence for days, and they have not had the cojones to do anything with it. I have very little respect for the Republican Party anymore. As I've said before, individual Republican candidates, yes. The party, the RNC, no. No more, no way.
Nope.
And if they and also seeing that the RNC and the GOP are going out of their way to change rules in several states to try and get Trump out of the race,
Right.
may the Republican Party go the way of the Whigs. They need to.
Yeah.
The party's dead to me. And again, they seem to be under the misguided impression that they can deliberately try to help get rid of Trump in the primary, and we're just going to have to vote for DeSantis or whoever throw up there.
And we say
no,
no.
I don't. That will either be an undervote, or I'll write in Pat Paulson or Lyndon LaRouche, or I'll vote independent or libertarian, but I will not vote for a Republican when they are deliberately aiding and abetting the DOJ in getting rid of Trump. Can't do it anymore.
Yes.
They got to go.
Mhm.
They got to go. They got to go.
Well, I'd rather vote for DeSantis than Joe Biden. And maybe the choice. If that's the case.
Oh, I would too, but I won't. How many times do we got to hold our nose? How many times?
No, we're not
I
holding
did
our
it for
nose.
Trader McCain. I did it for Maxi Pad Mitt. I'm not doing it. I'm not holding my nose and voting for DeSantis.
Either one would have been
Because
better
I don't
than
think
Obama.
he's any different. I don't think DeSantis is any different than Biden.
He's just
one
controlled
wing
by
of
a
the
different
uniparty.
group.
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying.
I'm sorry.
I know that if in the end, if Trump is not in the race, I'm not going to vote to help any Democrat get elected.
Yeah.
If we
I
have the
won't
Supreme
either.
Court, that's not voting. That's if DeSantis is there, I gotta support him because at least the judges and other things he's gonna name will be much better than the Kamala or Joe Biden.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We'll see.
I
It's a
used
long
to
way
be like
till
that.
November.
Can't be like that anymore. Yeah,
I used to be like
it's a
that,
long way till,
and then I changed.
I was a Democrat.
and they're
I
not
looked
anymore. I said.
Yeah.
I looked under the blankets. I don't want to be with a Democrat.
not going to take this anymore.
We have Lovejoy live from Spokane coming out of Mount St. Helens. Play it again. Look at that. Look at that face. I didn't have to Photoshop his face at all. All I had to do was put him on the mountain gyrating because that's what he's doing all the time.
Screenshot. Not doing it.
Ben,
Not doing it, Mason.
I know.
I got
Now
you.
I might hold my nose. I might hold my nose for Glenn Youngkin. I might hold my
Oh.
nose for a Nikki.
No.
Might
No. Oh,
nose for
no.
Tim Scott.
No.
But I'm not going to hold
no,
my
no.
nose for Tiny D. Not for
It's
DeSantis.
a choice.
Not when he stabbed
Vivek.
us. When he stabbed us in the back. You'll take a back
Vivek
stab.
Ramaswamy. Vivek Ramaswamy.
I just know. I don't
No.
want anything
Ah.
close to Biden.
I know.
I don't want anybody close to Biden.
Well,
I-
speaking
I'll
of
take-
Biden, I'm going to give you my traitor of the week here. Goes out to the Biden administration. This is sick. Ben, please get this picture of Sergeant Nicole G. Reddy. The Biden administration has declined.
Yeah.
This is one of the beautiful soldiers who died. One of the 13 who was killed in Afghanistan when they pulled out of Afghanistan, and 13 American soldiers were killed. Now, the Biden administration declined to pay for the transportation of the remains, leaving the family with a massive, what was the cost here? I have it.
$60,000.
$60,000 bill to get
Well,
her
here's the thing.
remains sent to Arlington Cemetery. Shame
Here's
on
the
the
thing.
Biden
This is what they
administration.
usually do. That they will allow the body like a hometown ceremony,
Right.
and then they had the hometown ceremony, and then the Army declined to move it to Arlington, charging the parents that they were going to have to do it. Why? Because of a new way that the law was written in the NDAA. Now, the Republicans could have actually read the NDAA before they just voted on it and prevented this from happening to begin with. But and apparently the way that I read that it's written, it's a choice. The Army can decline. They can either say yes, it's granted, or they can decline it. Why they declined hers and not some of the others?
Anybody else's?
Again, you got to.
Well, of course,
other than they're just trying to stick the knife in this. Yeah.
They didn't want the story that's
But
going to
again,
follow her to Arlington.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But again, it's the NDAA. If these chumps in the GOP would actually read the bills they're passing instead of saying it's the NDAA, we have to vote yes. Well, then stuff like this is going to happen, and who knows the other crap.
Well,
we've all read some of the other crap they tried to stuff in the NDAA.
Yeah. Well, and it takes Representative Corey Mills from Florida, Republican, who spoke with Fox and said that he learned of the situation last week. And when you find out that it was passed in that, well, maybe you should have been paying attention to the bill too then.
That's what I said. Hey, thanks for stepping in, Congressman Corey. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can get this taken care of. But at the same time, if you guys had read the damn bill first, instead of just voting willy-nilly on it, maybe this could have been prevented to begin with.
Yep.
Who knows?
Ken, what else do you have to add? Anything, any stories that you're hearing going on? What do you got?
I was really surprised at the homeless situation here in Spokane.
Really?
I took instead of taking the freeway from the airport out here to Dad's place, I drove around the back way and went through downtown Spokane. A lot of homeless. And even on the north side, when you get out into the, but I mean, we know there's homeless in Charlotte County,
on the West Coast,
but we don't really see it where we're at, because it's too damn hot. They're inside, or they're in the homeless camps out in the woods. Here, they're just right there in front of you. I mean, literally, like the San Francisco, the hanging head, just standing there, slumped over. You're seeing it here. It's very sad.
Yeah,
on purpose, by design.
It is. Now, Mason, we've talked about this for a couple weeks at the church service, but what's been going on with your book? Let's talk about that.
In 2019, while my wife was dying of cancer, I went downstairs and wrote a book called The Democrat Party Hates America. It was in 2019. Now in 2023, Mark Levine has written Levine, Divine, Swine.
Levin.
Levin, yeah.
I don't have enough respect.
We're going on Levin from here on out.
He wrote a book with the exact same title, and he's coming out publishing it. And right now, Amazon literally changed the title of my book because folks were looking for his book and come and finding my book and buying my book instead. They literally changed the title of my book, and at the same time took my book out of stock, took the photo off, and across the internet now you cannot find my book.
What did they change the title to?
The Democrats Party with an S hates America, and will not tell me why, will not tell me how. I do own the copyright to the inside of the book, but not to the title of the book. So they're doing it. I'm not sure if Mark knew that they're doing that. I'm not sure. I've not heard back from them. I've asked, reached out to them and asked, but I don't know. So right now, that book is hardly not available except on Google platforms. But the original book is The Democrat Party Hates America by Mason Weaver. Get it.
So where is the best place for people to get your book now then?
MasonWeaver.com.
MasonWeaver.com. All right. Very good. Yeah.
I feel it was kind of, I think Levin was just maybe wanting to come out with a book. I mean,
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
He
has responded.
Well, but
and he didn't
you
do Amazon.
like a
Amazon
brand new
did it,
book
not him.
preaching the obvious.
Yes.
I mean, you're not learning any new information in Mark's book.
Right.
I think that it's just Amazon knew that he would sell a whole lot more books than me and stop with my book because it's profitable. I understand that. But at least tell me.
Initially, did it give you your sales boost? Did it give you a sales boost initially?
It gave me a sales boost.
Good.
And I didn't know what it was. That's surprising. Look at this. Nice order. You know.
Yeah.
And I thought that maybe it was just I was promoting it, but thank you, Mark.
Hey, at least you got something out of it. Yeah.
I got something out of it. I just wish that Amazon would have at least notified me that my book was no longer available.
Yeah,
took a picture
exactly.
off the internet.
Yeah.
Love Amazon.
Love Amazon so much. So, folks, get your quotes of the week ready. I want to talk about this last story, and then we'll do our quotes. So, Snow White and the 7 mentally ill small people. Not even. You saw the picture of it. It's like one dwarf.
Sexual bruises.
Rachel Ziegler.
It's actually Juanita and the 7 Twinks now, isn't it?
Right. Oh yeah, that's very true. That is the new title. She was Rachel Ziegler was interviewed on a red carpet talking about it, saying it's no longer 1937. Now, I have this fun video. It's been tweaked a little bit. Enjoy this about Snow White here.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage.
I just mean that it's no longer 1937.
Here we go again.
That is
she's not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love.
It's a feminism.
She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
It's the feminism. But
Like
just her
Nazism,
face.
same thing?
Yeah. Just her face in it is so condescending. She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, Ken. And the leader her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
And masculine.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when it's Juanita and the 7 Twinks, you got to be a little masculine because they ain't sending the Twinks into the mine to mine for all the cobalt.
You don't understand, do you?
No.
They really, really, really want us all dead.
Oh yeah.
It's just it is incredible to watch this come to pass. We're watching our whole civilization go insane.
And they continue to learn nothing. Has the Little Mermaid proven nothing? Has all these flops proven nothing, folks? Come on. Just what are you gonna do? We have some more stories we're going to talk about. We'll do a short bottom of the stack video. You can only get those on the Locals community. So join the Locals community. If you're on Rumble, hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends and hit the little red button next to it that says join. And join the Locals community. You get wonderful rants by Kenny Joy there. And you also get exclusive content like the bottom of the stack videos. You also get the Ted Nugent video that I posted of the choice words that he had for drooling Joe Biden. And that was a fun video. I looked up the record. That's not what he says on the record version. So you get the exclusive video on the Locals channel. Check that out. MasonWeaver.com for
what do you mean?
Books. Order your books. The song, the F Joe Biden song, it's not what he says on the record version.
It's he said what
Come and Take It is the name of the song, technically. Anyway, folks.
Okay.
Also, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share it with your friends, get the word out there. We appreciate it. And follow us on Twitter at Freedom Chron Pod. Get some stuff there. I retweet a bunch of stuff all the time, as well as follow on Instagram when the fun road trip starts. Now, Mason, you'll be back with us as co-host next week. We got to film early on Wednesday because I have a Simply Clapton gig. So we're not sure if Ken will be able to join.
Behind him. I understand that, don't you?
What's that?
The world stops behind you. I understand.
I know. It's very
hard. Yeah. It's all about him.
I will be here.
Well, because Ken here will be traveling, so maybe he'll be back in time, maybe not. We shall see. So, Ken, do you have a quote of the week?
I do have a quote of the week. There is only one decision you need to make. You are either working on your freedom or you are accepting your bondage. Robert Adams.
Very nice. Robert Adams. Very good. Mason, do you have a quote of the week?
I do not have a quote for the week except me. Vote for me and I'll set you free.
There you go.
Was this it? You're running? What are you running for?
What are you running for? Is that the announcement? What's the announcement? We need to know. What's behind the closed doors? We need to know.
I'm not announcing anything, but I love my country.
There you go. And we salute you. So mine comes from John Adams. Our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to the government of any other. So we must return.
And we're finding that out.
We're seeing that clearly, aren't we? We're seeing that clearly.
Yep.
Absolutely correct.
Exactly. Mason, thank you.
My
Ken,
pleasure.
enjoy the wilderness.
You deserve it.
Well, let's show it one more time. It's live from Spokane. It's Lovejoy live. There he is. Look how beautiful. Look at that one shot. Let's show him out. Oh, there he is. Lovejoy live in Spokane, Washington. From the bunker, everybody. Good night.
Right
You're watching Conservative Television of America, working hard to stick socialism where the sun don't shine.